Right. And we're back with Miles Edgeworth. Ace Attorney Investigations. I'm Rob. We have a Lawrence.
Me, Gork.
A George.
George, you interrupted me, you bitch!
You took so long.
I took 1 second!
Anyway, Lawrence and George are having a fit, and we have an Iffy.
Would you like to buy Tetris 99 for $5 at the
It's fucking free!
But Gumshoe needs that deal. He can't afford it otherwise.
Right.
Gumshoe's
Logic. Right. Stealing of secret. Francisco's return. Connect. I can't imagine why Francisca is here.
Nah, I told you she's here for Tetris 99. To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that you're here because you wanted to go visit Victoria's Secret?
Is it?
It's not possible. The dirty secret the Yatsukurasu was out to steal is in this very room.
Dirty secret?
Francisca. You're in pursuit of some dirty undead dealings yourself, are you not? This is getting so much worse. Something tells me this is no coincidence.
In that case, since the person I'm looking for is here in the Babalese embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation.
I'll be honest, might need to ask Francisca about her smuggling case in more depth.
Time to talk about smuggling.
Francisca, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I suppose the reason you are here right now is related to that.
Yes. After analyzing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate, and this is what tipped us off.
But did Kowalski do it? Because if not, it's not correct.
Kowalski did the analysis, yes.
Okay, good.
Mike was out.
Oh shit.
What did you guys say?
It was slow.
Me. This accounting document. There's two fucking three of here. Where's the first one?
It's only one page of the whole thing, and so we're not sure about all the details, plus it's written by a penguin. However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast.
No, it wasn't written by the penguin, the penguin just analysed it.
Well, you see, this type of paper was made only in the Kingdom of Cadobia. Yes, but we had to put the analysis of the penguin onto the paper. It means that somewhere in the countries of Alabasta and Babal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring.
The penguin, right? That's Francisco for you. I'm not saying that. This is not true.
I'm going to wait.
She's amazing, pursuing this case of all she has.
Thank you.
You're not welcome.
I feel welcome.
You better not. Right.
Right. We also examine the butterfly symbol on the wall. Okay.
Oh, she. Let's go.
Hey, it's another butterfly.
I believe this is a symbol of the Republic of Babal.
Babal.
Bubba boy.
A drawing is big on the wall of an embassy.
I was waiting for that to happen eventually.
What happened?
And George just went Baba Booey.
Baba.
I don't even know what it means.
I don't know. I think it's like a TikTok or something. I don't know.
Baba.
It's what I think the kids do these days.
I would do the line.
Alright.
It definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism.
Ah, yes, because America knows all about that.
I have no clue what you're on about. I don't know why I said that.
Well, I've got a lot of patriotism too, sir.
At least we can trust Gumshoe to shoot a Nazi.
The reason I came to cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country.
Well, you're doing a piss-poor job. You may want to, detective, but I've yet to see the fruits of your labour.
Desire.
Or your desire.
There we go.
You don't have to be so blunt about it, sir.
I mean, am I wrong, Rob? It's both. Let's be honest here. He's been working and nothing's been coming off out
Let's
it.
examine this. Ippy!
Because this is a national treasure, can I ask you please not touch it?
Is this where you keep your Tetris 99s that you sell for $5?
Maybe. I'm afraid the only ones that are allowed to touch it are myself and the secretary.
But there is a possibility that it is related to the murder, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? You can force, we can force them to let us investigate it later if we can find some solid proof.
Fuck
I
was that?
suppose I don't have a choice here. My drink, sorry. It's all drunk now. This would be one of the primitive statues Kay was talking about earlier. Is it just me, or does this man just like to steal samurai? Could they be twins?
Because it's the golden samurai.
It's the golden samurai, the one that was the predecessor to all the samurais. A small personal safe.
This was Mr. Cochin's office, so perhaps he stored his most important documents in here.
Our court is locked. It's been able to open it without a key. I wonder if we have a key.
Man, I can't fucking imagine. Oh wait, hold on, there's
Also,
an map we need to examine first.
We can also,
Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on this display rack, sir.
Devi's a lot of investigation though.
Yeah.
Nice, huh? Don't touch it, Gumshoe.
Okay.
Or the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately. I guess the handles all got burned off by the fire.
Yes, say Gumshoe's
I
lying.
was about to say.
Sorry?
Yes, say
That's what I
Gumshoe's
was about
lying.
to
Oh, sorry.
Yes, what is it? What is it?
You did it to me earlier.
Yeah, true.
Ah, so even the knife fell victim to the fire.
Ambassador Polino, are these knives yours?
I guess they are.
Guilty.
Isn't up in the boxes of Tetris 99 that I saw. A special set of ornament knives featuring the national symbol of doll.
Polino. Tetris 99 is a digital product. How would you open a physical product that doesn't exist?
That's for me to you and never find out. Yes, I'm troubling on my words. Notify Team Knives along with the Albahat's own set of knives. I'm ignoring you now. You're part of the 3 knives each. But I can't believe the dollies have been reduced to this state. Also, seriously, keep your finger away from my nose.
Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. Ambassador Polino, what is this notch here for?
Oh, that feature, not a bug. These knives wherein you can freely exchange the handles on. So we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. Yes.
It's like a switch.
I cannot confirm or deny that we stole this idea along with Tetris 99 from them.
I'm sorry, it's not Tetris 99, it's Tetris 88.
Yes. I'm sorry, I've been stuttering my numbers. We saw Tetris 88, not 90.
Makes more sense now, okay. I see, so these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed.
Yeah, so you can take your knife on the go.
Alright.
But you can already take knives on the go.
Motif on the knife handle, butterfly, but
The design of the knife's handle, it greatly resembles the special barbary species of butterfly.
it does, doesn't it? Plus, it says right here.
The knife is property of the Republic of Babal. Perhaps this means that the knife was used in the crime. Right. So, it was found right in this very room. We know for a fact that the Atagarash's key was used at this embassy.
Why is he telling Gumshoe?
Because why the fuck not? I needed a brick wall to talk to, and you were the closest option.
Thanks, Mr. Oh, wait.
Furthermore, we found it in the victim Mr. Cochin's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it was the key to the personal safe in his office.
Good thinking, sir. Let's go try that.
Don't talk back to me, moving wall. It appears I was correct. The key that was left to us is in the victim's pocket. It literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of truth. What do we have here?
Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think the Yagarasu made off with everything, sir?
No, Detective, I believe all we need to do is take a closer look. Also, can I just say, this is the most sloppiest I've seen someone lock a safe.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a hole here, sir.
It's all too oddly shaped for the latch hole.
Wow, it's such a funny shape for a latch hole, huh? It's shaped kinda like a star, don't you think, sir?
Taylor, I would hardly call that shape a star. What's your addiction to stars?
Just like them. Pretty.
Okay, Gumshoe. There's some reason for this hole.
Well, there's gotta be some reason why the hole's shaped so weirdly, you know?
Am I overthinking this? No, I don't think so.
Yeah? Maybe I'm overthinking things. Nah. There's no way I could ever do that.
Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me.
He's on the same fucking thought path as fucking Gumshoe.
What is this here?
Looks like it's the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir.
No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me like it's stuck in the safe.
You're right. It won't budge an inch, not even when I tug on it.
Don't do that, Gumshoe. You're gonna break it.
I don't think I've ever seen a paper stuck on the inside of a safe before.
Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe.
What do you mean?
The gaze in his face turning.
What I mean to say is that the secret to the safe is...
It has an ass crack. No, it's fine. It's two compartments.
It has two compartments.
Ooh, I mean, no.
Even as my eye on it, you can see that the inside is a bit too shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say there's this extra bit of space behind the back wall of the safe. In other words, they take out a second compartment.
What?
I suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, if what you say is correct, and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there is no other lock or keyhole in sight.
Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me on this safe.
Oh?
Yes, I mean, that spot's the keyhole for our mystery second lock.
The safe and its locks. Alright then, since you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduced your answer.
Well, I need to deduce it first.
Please show your workings.
Fucking math class.
So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Then you take that 4 and you divide it by 3.
I guess we just use the Yadagarasu's key.
Yep. Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Franziska?
The shape, it does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe's lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more.
Is that so? The person who used this safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure the safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. It's almost like it's a safe. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out?
You can't be serious! Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of the safe?
I'm also saying you're average. So that's precisely what I'm saying.
I think we'll just slap you.
Not if I slap you first, and I'll prove it to you right now. If this slap, I'm just kidding. And the Yatagarasa's key is the key that would open it.
Objection! The Yatagarasu's key? Miles Edgeworth, this had better be a very bad joke.
Oh no, it's a very good fucking joke. You're gonna fucking laugh.
You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it now. Isn't that right, Gumshoe?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Gumshoe, that's a joke. Go fucking... Sorry, but this is no joke. The Yatagarasa's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of this safe.
We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that of the key.
Then look at the way.
Is it really? We can just turn it. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go over this again, shall we? The Atagarasu's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Cadopian embassy. We can find that as a fact by opening the door to his safe with it. Now, let's take a look at the back end of the key. Now, looking at the right portion of head on, what do you see?
What are you talking? Oh, shit!
And it appears that you'll come to understand what I'm talking about and how standard you really are. When viewed head on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is acted as a key to the hidden portion of the safe.
But that's preposterous!
Because it looks like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago. We found the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife.
I mean, it was probably disguised as a knife so that it looks like a knife and so that you don't consider using it as a key.
But for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks, whatever is hidden inside this secret portion of the safe must be of incredible importance.
Then it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside! Scruffy, hurry up and open that safe!
Sorry, are you really sure you want him to open it?
Yes, sir. Opening it now.
Francisco, are you drunk? Why are you having him open it?
Shut up.
I'm cool.
These items, So I just imagine that Gumshoe just breaks that plate right there, trying to open it.
You're in the way, now move, Scruffy!
I didn't think I was in the way.
Oh no, you're definitely in the way, Gumshoe.
These pieces of art, they're identical to ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world.
I figured as much. These are the treasures this section of the safe was to hide from view. I believe a more thorough examination is required.
We only need to examine one thing.
Sorry, can I say the music went back to normal now?
I assume.
This is like, why is it normal? Shouldn't this be like this suspenseful music, considering it's like, a very important secret? Take a good look at these documents, Francisca.
It says that there are 30 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here.
Correct. Now, if you had to quietly take a look at the analysis of these pictures, and look at the smuggling activity document in your possession, tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3?
Well, it certainly looks that way.
By putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for.
Yes, and with this it has become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Babalese ink.
Babalese ink?
Babalese ink is a special product of the Republic of Babal. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported.
And that reason is...
That's classified, bitch. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
You know I'm going to figure it out. Why are you not telling me?
In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manny Cochin.
His base was in an embassy, plus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions under which to run a smuggling operation.
But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice.
Well, even if he is dead, we still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds, and you can still whip him.
You expect me to whip a dead man? Then I'm not interested.
Francisca, you must know that Manny Cochin was the suspect in the KJ incident.
Of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring, there is a matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. I will whip someone living today.
Francisca, you could have just told us about these incidents. I'm going to figure it out.
Are you done investigating?
No! Wait right there, you impatient bitch!
You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be? Now come along quietly, Yadagarasu, K. Faraday. You are under arrest for the murder of Manny Cochin. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you have to believe me, I didn't do it! I changed the fake Yadagarasu in here, and he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that Lang's a piece of shit and hasn't given me my sandwich yet. I also believe I told you that Kay Faraday is not the culprit of this crime.
Very well. I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are.
Who are you, Franziska?
Let's do this.
Franziska, she stole your catchphrase.
Even your police confirmed that the Yatagarasu infiltrated the Babalese embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, the Yatagarasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yatagarasu. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else here with the body.
Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she's the Yatagarasu?
Exactly. But it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yatagarasu. Look how many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yatagarasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yatagarasu is a Yatagarasu.
Very well, nice to prove that Kay is not the Yatagarasu who killed Mr. Manny Cochin.
Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of.
Well, apparently sent mostly water, plus some other bullshit that they put in that I don't know what it is.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
We're gonna list off the alchemy recipe for humans.
Oh yeah. Just because she calls herself that doesn't prove she's a killer.
No, but it does give her a motive. The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret." Furthermore, there are thongs pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal the thong. So she killed Mr. Cochin for the key.
Sheena, everyone goes to Victoria's Secret from time to time. Calm down. you go there too. Don't think we don't. We don't judge.
Look, you said she needed to steal the dirtiest secret. Yeah, thongs are pretty fucking dirty.
I see. Her logic is very questionable. But I expected nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary and her extensive knowledge of thongs. However, that statement just now didn't sound right for multiple reasons. It might just be the opening I need. So that's what we need to question.
She wanted to steal documents regarding the smuggling, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key.
Don't think it's that. Probably related to the key. Something to the key, maybe? I guess that works too. I don't know. Agent Sheena, I regret to inform you, but there is a fatal flaw in your logic.
Oh?
Even if you claim that she is the killer and the Yatagarasu, I am certain that securing the documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cochin's body. Furthermore, the Yatagarasu would not be so stupid as to leave about the documents.
But this was very, timely. So I highly doubt that she would have had the time to even be able to, reach for the key.
Shut up, bitch! I'm trying to say K. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, I said locked for some reason, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all.
Hold it! Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Cochin had the key on him.
If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I have no reason for her to kill him if he didn't know that fact.
Hold it. Need, reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing. After the fact, it's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in.
Oops, I killed him. Sorry, that's just a summary of what her argument is.
Perhaps she didn't notice the safe's second compartment before returning the key.
Oh, perhaps she didn't notice that she slipped her knife into his chest. Yes, Sheena, very, very logical.
But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death.
Objection, he was not. I mean, he was, but shut up.
Objection, nah.
Nah, objection, Because you have no defensive proof that it was Kay who committed the act.
I've been doing that before. Objection! Nah. The judge just looks at the other counsel and is like, makes a compelling argument. Hold it. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes.
I saw her do it. What?
Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind bars. Let's do
I
this.
mean, therefore, do not say, allow me to tell you a bit more about the story of Prince of Bel-Air.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim.
Sorry, compared to the one he wasn't holding?
Yeah. The knife is part of a special 3-piece set which has a design like no other. The evidence and testimony it all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument.
Objection! There's 2 knives now. Ah, that is your definitive evidence?
You see now that she's definitely the killer, right? No, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta believe me.
I just gotta believe.
I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear.
And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person?
That's right, it was fucking epic. I ran into this office only because I was chasing after that person.
Okay, what's your fucking language?
Shut up. I'm 17, I can swear.
Not in my house, child.
But this isn't your house, this is Babal. This isn't even your country.
Gumshoe, file the paperwork for my purchase of this country.
Wait, what?
No.
Can't read that.
Gumshoe, for the love of Christ. Just one time.
But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Holy shit!
Boom.
Holy fucking
Who's there?
shit. It's a fucking
This
corpse.
is... Teleports behind you.
Oh my emotion.
I came to this room upon
Personality.
hearing the girl's scream. And when I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her.
So the object Kate felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon?
I had the knife and analyzed it right away, but we failed to find any one prints on it.
Anyone prints?
I'm pretty sure you meant to say anyone's, but... Thanks,
Yeah.
Carl.
That's how far she's trying to back way out of that argument right now.
Oh, well, I guess this case is over. We win, boys. But the suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me. Hold it. You continue to insist there were such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That I don't know, but I know they came in here. Hold it.
Say up your ass.
That sounds like the desperate excuses of the suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth.
She has a point. But even if Kate's words are the truth, I'm assured they are with some solid evidence.
Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't.
Kate, don't worry. If you didn't do it, there must exist a way for me to prove it.
I see you're believing in your clients, Edgeworth.
Right, she is not my client, she is my friend, and could you, if you please excuse me, politely fuck off to the afterlife and lose your badge already.
You'd make a great defense attorney.
We're
hiring.
Your badge, you cunt.
Hiring.
Get the fuck out of my ears before I throw this headset on the table because it hurts my ears.
Mr. Edgeworth, what's wrong? You sound like a guy in a blue suit is talking in your head. Anyway, still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument if you can.
Sheena, do you have a gun? I wish to blow my brains out.
Don't worry, I can and will blow my brains out.
I can and will. Fuck off, gun. I mean, right.
Is it
I'm right.
Jesus. Oh, gum shit.
That's a good fuck off gun, right?
I thought you said fuck off Gump. What a forest.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Which is like, dude, it's box of chocolates, you need fucking chocolates.
The random ones.
So the murder is listed on the fucking box. So the murder weapon was the butterfly. My throat's just stopping me from reading this properly. Jesus.
I mean, you could also open the box and get like some shitly made chocolate.
Nah, it's just literally my throat's just like paining in at the time when I'm trying to say some lines. So the murder weapon that was. So the murder weapon was the knife with the butterfly design on it. Sorry.
The blutter.
I told you, my throat, it just can't. But is that really the truth?
What are you getting at?
I'd like for you to take a look at this. There is blood on the blade, and yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle as he spade us really slowly. This signifies at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was not in fact the real murder weapon.
It wasn't the real murder weapon?
This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go?
Pay attention, class!
Class is in session. Subject, how not to be a total bitch. As you can see, the Babbly's knife has now been assembled into two parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swap the knife's original handle with this butterfly one. In order to create the illusion that Master Kochin was killed with the butterfly-themed knife.
Gah!
I like how you get shocked and not into an expression of, oh dear.
Shit, you knocked the emotion out of me.
Yeah, I literally just killed your emotion. This isn't game 5. This should clear up any and all suspicion surrounding Kay.
Your argument isn't airtight yet.
How so?
It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles.
Don't be ridiculous. For what purpose would she even do such a thing?
I don't care to know how a criminal thinks. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem.
Have you ever heard of the subject of, what's it called in university? Like,
I don't care.
Isn't it like forensic science or something? Forensic science? I'm pretty sure it's like another one which is like analysing the criminal mindset.
You mean analyzing mens rea?
Mens what?
So there's two things that you look at in court. Sorry, we'll look at when it comes to a murder. There's mens rea, which is the guilty mind. So what the intent of the murderer was to do, right? And then there's actus reus, which is guilty act, which is what the act in question was.
So,
If we're going to say
criminological psychology.
There we go. Thank you.
The truth is right.
If we're going to say it's what we
pretty sure if he found our answer.
I don't.
Criminal psychology or something like
Criminological
psychology.
Yeah.
Criminal psychology is also fine, but also
the truth is right there in front of you. And this knife will show you the way. You will come to see that Kay is not and could not have been Mr. Kochin's killer.
It's not right.
If we zoom in, I think it's that little mark.
What is this mark on here?
It's the mark of the flower. I assure you what this means.
No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet, sweet nectar.
Sheena, I don't know if you're playing dumb, if you actually are dumb. Even Gumshoe knows what it means, right, Gumshoe?
I have no idea about it, sir.
Gumshoe, welcome me here! Ham, would this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer is clearly not a fucking chance. Now to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
Alright, it's the embassy guide. You can't be serious.
It appears that you've made the connection. Took you long enough. The flower on this blade is designed after the certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of Alabas, which George gets pissed off about every day. In other words,
sleep at night.
This blade is from one of Alabas' ornamental knives. This part of the knife handle has Babal's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it's undeniably Babalese in origin. But as you both know, you can't kill someone with just a knife handle, unless you're really trying hard. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Shinar?
After the fire had broken out.
That's right. Good job, my child. Kay entered the Bubbling's embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the alabaster inside the building before that. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire. Which means that Kay could not have transported an alabastrian object over here. This makes it impossible for her to be the true killer.
Gorg.
Yeah. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What a great victory. What? Why is everyone so quiet?
I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name. But what worries me now is what would happen next.
What is the meaning of this? An alabaster knife here?
Do you mean how did this find its way to the Republic of Babal? It didn't just find its way over, rather we should focus on how it was smuggled over.
You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it while we're just standing around. Thinking while you're on the run, now that's the way a real great thief operates.
Kay.
Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth, for proving me innocent, I mean. You believed in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did.
I didn't.
You totally did.
1 second. Wait, no, he's fine, 1 second. Shut up!
Come on, you don't have to be shy about it.
I hope you picked that up. I threw my bottle across the room.
I did pick it up. Your argument is still not airtight.
Would you care to elaborate?
I understand now that the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there is still the possibility that she is the Yatagarasu. That again? Look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I am the real Yatagarasu. I'm not like that fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're the real deal or a fake, it doesn't really matter. All I have to say is this. I have my suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire.
We didn't start the fire. There's always one. I don't know the rest of the song. Preposterous! On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing?
The fact that she calls herself the Yatagarasu, that in itself is most elegant proof. Miss Sheena? Yes?
I
have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. I am the great thief Yatagarasu, and I refuse to allow some impostor to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it the best I can. It's not good to be so stubborn. I hope that you can understand that.
Says the most
Thanks
stubborn.
a lot for the concern, Miss Sheena. Let me share something with you, too, as a token of my appreciation. Those sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? What? Well, I guess we'd better get going. Going to where? To the Kingdom of Alabaster. If we don't go, we won't know for sure, right? I suppose not. We won't get anywhere simply by standing here thinking. To see where the Alabastrian knife came from, we'll have to pay the Alabastrian embassy a visit. Let's go, Miles Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt.
Understood. As you got the conga line going out of the room.
We'll see you guys next time on Miles Edgeworth. Ace Attorney Investigations. See you around.
Bye, fellas, and die right.
See ya.
Oh wait, here we go.